Welcome, everybody, to the X8 VRML Season 1 North American Semifinals. It is the semifinals series to kick us off, and it's Eternity versus Eclipse. Eternity and Eclipse have battled through multiple weekends of postseason action. Eternity beating Heaven's Gardens to kick things off with round 1, and then Acer in round 2, Eclipse beating Rakuzen in round 1, and then Wrecked in round 2. One of these teams, if they win, will advance on to the grand finals, where they guarantee a trip out to VRML Con. They get to play their grand finals live on stage in front of an audience. The last time Eclipse went up against Eternity, a 3-map decider, taking it 22-12. They're in lobby ready to go for our first map of the afternoon on Nautica. If you look at that map history here, you can see a middle of the road for both squads, with Eternity a little bit lesser on the percentage there, 53%, but played it plenty so far this season. In comparison, 91 rounds for Eclipse, with a bit of a stronger win rate there. As we do get ready to dive into our first map of the afternoon on Nautica. And again, the win rate's leaning into the favor of Eclipse. Eclipse starting on the attacking half, with Eternity starting on the defense to kick off our opening map. Push is going to come in fast and steady. The hero ability out, so if they go down, they will respawn back around the corner, and you can see the push coming in from Waffle will catch Mindbaker on the respawn just in time, and a nice opening move there from Eclipse.
Yeah, I mean, kind of waiting around with Shinny there. Sleet actually picking up the kill on the Bent, and this second round is not going well for Eternity, and actually looking pretty great for Eclipse there, and they actually wind up getting the kill, and Eclipse is going to take that second round. 40 seconds left. Nades coming, or Molly coming out from Waffle there, as Waffle's going to take out Proof. Now a 2-on-2.
Ooh,
still
nice
trying to
turn
hold
there. Hazmat shutting down that track and dart from gathering info. The turret doing a little bit of extra help, and Waffle swings in for a double kill. Here comes the ult. A charge through up into B site. Challenging over the top. Waffle goes down to Proof. As a pylon goes down quickly, getting shot at by the duo back here. Here comes the flank on the backside from Mindbaker. They have to pinch soon, or the rest of their team is going to go down. The smoke wall denying some vision, but Mind and Ace connect onto both their kills they need. It leaves Big Mac alone in a 1v2. Trying to clutch up another round for the team, as a tracking dart is going to gather information on them in that back corner.
Sentry does go down, and Big Mac's going to take a little bit of space, but Ace reacts just quickly enough, gets the headshot, and Eternity going to be able to take their second round, a much-needed round for them.
A bit slower attempt here from Eclipse, going into round 6 now after losing that last one.
For sure, and so again, you know, both these teams, they still have a good amount of money, but Ace gets taken out rather quickly there over in the middle section there. Not going to be a good start, and Big Mac taking out yet another player. 5 versus 3 on this site take now, and they are going to be able to get the plant. Brent does get the kill, and Proof also gets taken out. Bent does get taken out, and once again now Dynamite in a 1 versus 4 right now.
Yeah.
And he's actually going to be playing time. I do see a B play coming in. Waffle going to be picking off Dynamite right away. Thought he could win that, but Proof able to get the refrag. Mindbaker does get taken out. Proof going for a second, but gets taken out by Hazmat. A 2 versus 3 right now, and both these players stuck behind a Vesper smoke, etc. Ben picks up one, but Hazmat able to get that refrag again, and Eclipse just doing such a good job, but Ben picks up another one, and just like that, Eclipse pick up their 5th round.
Really nice job from Eclipse. They're up 5-2 and pretty dang close to locking in a map 1 win. Oh, and look at that hero ability coming in. I think that was from Hazmat on the other side. Everyone getting chunked apart big time by that damage.
Thankfully for the Eternity side of things, nobody actually was killed in that exchange, but, you know, losing all that health, I mean, thankfully they do have the medic player on their team. Proof actually going to be taking a lot of instant damage, as we just saw there. And it's looking like one of the Eclipse players do want to get aggressive, and they get a little bit of damage off, and Waffle actually able to pick off Mindbaker there, and is going to be able to fall back.
Oh.
Sleet picking up another kill with a beautifully placed headshot, and just like, what?
I guess it's worth it. Proof finds a double kill, a triple if you count it, because they also kill themselves and lock in a round win. A nice hold, to say the least, and 6-2 now for Eclipse.
Yeah, I mean, Eclipse now on an anti-eco here, meaning that, you know, they're going to have SMGs, they're going to have armor, and those weapons are going to be given a little bit more money towards their eco and just, are way better against players that don't have armor, which in the case of Eternity, because they need to save their money, they're dealing with that. But that doesn't mean that Eternity is completely screwed over here. Sleet does pick off Ben and is able to pick up Ace, so maybe spoke a little bit too soon, but a well-placed headshot from a Desert Eagle or any sort of ability there could really help. And we have a really awkward fight happening there, and a third
crashing in around Proof, who's battling back against what is a confident Eclipse offense now. Up 7-2, and we head to map point for map 1. A 3-8 loss, just momentum-wise, energy-wise, just because you've been able to slow Eclipse down a little bit and not let them kind of run through at least one map into the next. That's the real big thing. You have to prevent that transfer of momentum. And so they're doing that right now by denying them some extra rounds and maybe even putting more on the table here as they do crash nicely into side as a unit using that ult for the extra speed. A beautiful double kill from Proof connects as their hero ability finds its target. Ace picks up another, can't get the double. Sleet able to pick up a kill, but it's a 2v4.
Yeah, it's looking like they're Eternity trying to get that siphon down, and they know roughly where both players are going to be from. Proof does get taken out by Sleet. Very nice flash, as you mentioned, and now a 2 versus 3 potential retake situation coming out here from Eclipse. The other two Eternity players not on site are a little bit further back, but Bent takes out Trev, and now a 1 versus 3 for Sleet, who gets spotted, does land the first headshot onto Bent. Needs to find the second one. What is going on? We actually see. We seen a.
I thought Dynamite was T-posing up there, and I thought they may be bugged out, but they were, of course, planting the siphon.
Dan maybe getting a little bit too far away from sight here. Sleet has to look everywhere and anywhere to try to figure out where Dan is. A 1 versus 1 situation. Oh, and he picks up Dan anyways.
A huge kill. And yeah, to your point, an interesting bit of exposure there from Dan. They didn't need to be looking at the objective per se. They could have waited for the defuse to come in. A nice clutch for Sleet to also get MVP on the series. Eclipse take one map in this best of 3. And, well, map 2 is series map for them. If they win that, they'll take this series in 2 maps, Yellow Hat. And strong opening, to say the least. Eternity need to regroup here off of a bit of a rough start on Nautica. It does make me wonder, Nautica, not Eternity's best map. Eclipse have that percentage advantage. Map number 2 is going to be Depot. A preference for on both sides, although Eternity had more rounds played on it. Again, a shout out to everyone stopping by, hanging out, and enjoying the X8, the VRML action so far. Has been, delivering at a high level, to say the least. As we do dive in, Hazmat flies around using their hero ability to find their first kill. Crashing into sight, Siphon already planted. The retake at hand for Eclipse, who are defending. Again, Eternity on the attack, and Eternity coming off of a tough loss map 1. Need to set the pace here, and it very much seems like they're trying to do that with a very fast Siphon plant. A quick swing takes Bent down as the pylon does go down to defend from that retake, but a quick destruction of that pylon leaves the Ace alone in a 1v4.
Once again, Eternity looking to go over towards the B site. Mindbaker taking a little bit of damage initially on Sleet, picking up both players over towards B short there, as the rest of Eclipse, or the rest of Eternity, excuse me, trying to get onto site. Sleet picking up a third as Ace picks up one. Sleet, and now Sleet on par for the Ace still, but Waffle gonna be taking the Ace. Something Eclipse are really doing well is not only are they getting the opening picks that they need, as Dynamite does go down there as well, but at the same time, they're doing it and they're not getting contested. They're not getting traded out by an Eternity member. So just that fact alone is really putting Eclipse ahead. And so Mindbaker and Proof trying to make something happen here, but a 2 versus 4, really anything can happen. But we do see the one player on Eclipse kind of, hiding out in the corner there. You gotta wonder if they're even gonna get checked. 35 seconds left. Siphon's gonna try to go down, but Big Mac pulls out, and again, gonna be going uncontested. Gonna be sending off the scanning eye as Hazmat able to pick up the kill just like that. Eclipse 4-0, just like that. If Eternity were able to get more trades just like that, Trev picks off the kill on Dan. They get a wall up. Eternity not able to get the refrag there, and that's gonna put them at a severe disadvantage. But Proof is able to get that refrag. As I say that onto Trev, Hazmat goes down as well to Mindbaker, but Sleet able to get that refrag. It's looking like Mindbaker and Proof are wanting to go for the rotate yet again, but might get caught up. We have a little bit of pre-fire, but that does make the Eternity
nice
member's
flash.
position. No. Nice flash, as you said. Mindbaker does get taken out, and now Proof is in a 1 versus 2 as he gets a headshot onto Waffle. Sleet getting taken out by Proof as well. Brings it back to a 1 versus 1. We do see the eye scan go up, trying to see where this last player is, and Proof is out in the middle of the open. But Big Mac going to be running around, but doesn't matter as Proof able to get the headshot and is able to get the 1 versus 3 clutch, giving Eternity their first round. They're trying to make something happen, and they are about to get flanked. Dan does pick the kill onto Sleet, trying to see if maybe they can make it a second. No damage actually going on to the one player, interestingly enough. 43 seconds, Siphon does get planted. Eclipse waiting to set up for retake as Hazmat is able to take off Dan, and now a 2 versus 4 hold here. 1 versus 4, as I say. And Bent now in a 1 versus 3 picks off 1, trying to figure out where the others are, but Waffle able to get the kill, and Eclipse able to pick off their 5th round.
Getting closer and closer to the half being finished. We actually come up now on the final round of the half.
3-round deficit in this game, kind of hard to make up, but Ace does get that opening frag onto Waffle there, which is good for Eternity there as they try to take this A site, but Trev with a nicely placed headshot as Trev takes out Proof as well. And we do have another Eternity player trying to get aggressive, but Big Mac shuts that down. And now it's Dynamite versus 4, who immediately gets caught out. And just like that, Eclipse up 6-1. This is an eco round for Eclipse here, so they're not going to have too much money. So they're going to be at a disadvantage guns-wise.
Extended 5v3 now. A nice pickup over the top. Ace finds another. Waffle going down, and another for Ace. I think that was 3 on the round as they go up 10-7. And maybe this is Eternity clawing their way back into this series. Maybe this is Eternity taking a second map and pushing us to a map 3 decider.
Then again, the Jesper wall, Jesper Eye coming out right now. And we're seeing another fast B take. Sleet actually using their ult and does get taken out, but that's the ult, so they're able to get that second chance. Bent picking up a double right away. Going to be stopping this B aggression here. We still have 2 players on the Eclipse side over on B long, and then 1 over towards the short path there. And again, gunfight comes out. Waffle takes out Proof, but Mindbaker able to get that refrag. Eternity finally able to figure that sort of business out. Minute 5, and it's looking like Eclipse are trying to consider a rotate of some sort. They might even just consider saving here, trying to keep their economy afloat going into this late game. It's crazy. I mean, they were down 1-6 or 2-5 or whatnot, and Eternity have brought it back 6-6, so they are on the path to victory here. Mindbaker does try to go for the information there, but is unable to win the gunfight. But so I say that Waffle getting cut down by 3 different players. Bent picking up yet another player. We already have an Eternity player on the flank, and so now Eclipse have completely lost map control. Trev against all 5, and just like that, Trev holds on for a little bit, but the rest of Eclipse knowing exactly where Trev is, they're about to walk into a crossfire. And just like that, Proof able to get the kill onto Trev, and now Eternity up 7-6. They are 1 round away from winning map number 2 and bringing this to a map number 3. You can see Eclipse, they have very much slowed down the pace. They don't want any opening picks to go the way of Eternity. They want to try to keep control of this. These past victory rounds from Eternity, they seem to be the ones truly in control right now. It's definitely looking like Eclipse are less confident. You could see that immediate mood shift. You lose a few rounds in a row, and now all of a sudden you're playing it really, really slow. I mean, they've already used up almost a minute here, and they only have a minute left of this round. They're going to walk together through mid there, and Ace is able to pick off 1, but Trev does get the refrag. Still a 4-on-4 and still technically in favor of Eclipse, but Big Mac Mindbaker does go down as well there too. 4 seconds left, and they're going to be able to walk onto B site, and this is looking like it's going to be a retake situation for Eternity, but we do have Bent over in the B long section, or B main, and Bent looking to try to see if they can pick off a kill. Actually, that's Dynamite, excuse me. I thought it was Bent, but Dan picks off 2, and now it's at 2 versus 2, and Eternity are going to be shifting in, but Dan could be caught off at the wrong time as Big Mac is able to take off Dan, and now it's 1 versus 2. Bent versus Hazmat and Big Mac, but Big Mac is only 5 HP, so if Hazmat gets taken out here, that could spell trouble for Big Mac to try to clutch this out. The Jesper wall once again is up, and Bent has to try to find the one player, finds Big Mac, and now it's Hazmat versus Bent, and Bent is going to try to go for the Siphon Defuse, and Hazmat, just like that, gets the molly and the kill onto Bent. And we have an overtime here.
A tie. Map 2 is 7-7. Eternity aren't out of the woods yet, and what could have been a beautiful comeback ends in, well, a tie, and we now swap sides. They go on to the attack. Eclipse back onto defense.
2 opening picks going the way of Eternity here as they're looking to go over towards the A site to try to execute here. Ace taking a lot of damage, actually getting taken out by Big Mac, and no refrags going the way of Eternity as Waffle able to pick up the frag, and now we brought it back to a 3-on-2 as Proof is able to get the kill onto Waffle, and now Big Mac kind of in trouble as they have a player flanking from their spawn. Big Mac does get taken out, and now it's up to Sleet to try to hold on here for this overtime round. But as I say that, Dynamite on an off position or whatnot steals around for Eternity, and now they swap sides. So now Eternity going to be on the defense, and Eclipse going to be on the offense. They're looking to go over towards the A site here. 45 seconds left, so Eclipse don't have a lot of time to really act. Hazmat does take out Ace, so that is going to be Eclipse's opening pick there. Sleet taking out Bent. Hazmat getting brought all the way down to 2 HP, as we can see over in the health bar there, but going to be getting healed. And the Siphon is going to be planted over on the A site in a 3 versus 4 retake situation for Eternity here. But Trev gets taken out by Mindbaker, who places a nice headshot. Proof getting another kill on a Big Mac. And now it's Hazmat versus Sleet in a, well, now Sleet in a 1 versus 3 to try to hold on for game number 2. And Sleet has made their way into the defender spawn, perhaps unbeknownst. Gets the pick onto Mindbaker, trying to look for the second kill there. Picks off the second kill onto Proof, and now 1 versus 1, Dynamite versus Sleet. Siphon's playing it, so they don't really have that much time to work with.
Oh, the clutch! We're still here. We're still in map 2. Eclipse are not letting go.
We have a couple Eternity players over in mid, so I mean, they're trying to take whatever map control they can really muster, and these 2 Eternity players, well, Mindbaker gets taken out right away. Proof taking a little bit of damage there as they try to make things happen, but Sleet takes out Ace. Dynamite answers right back as well, so they've brought it back to a 3 versus 3 here. 25 seconds left. Trav takes out Bend as they try to get the Siphon down. The Siphon does get planted. Sleet takes out Proof, and now it's Dynamite versus 3, who Dynamite is over in the spawn, gets taken out by Trev, and Eclipse going to take the 3rd overtime round. They are really holding on for dear life here.
It gets closer and closer every round. It's Eclipse now, 1 point away from advancing on to VRML Con. We're not even talking about a best of 3 anymore now. And Eclipse just need to win this attacking half. The attacking halves really seem to be the thorn in the side of Yellowhead. It seems to be the toughest thing to do on this map in particular.
Eternity have to try to make something happen here in order to stay in this, as the Ace gets taken out, but at the same time, Trev gets taken out as well, bringing it back to a 4-on-4. Mindbaker and Bent both picking up kills, and now it's Waffle and Big Mac to try to make something happen here. Both players stuck over on that E main. Minute left, and we might
this
be
map. We're gonna go like 26
one.
rounds, maybe. Who knows? We're just gonna keep going at this pace. We may never have a map 2 winner. Continuing to go deeper and deeper into overtime, and we may see an I was gonna say, is it an eco coming in? I don't know how much cash they're getting each round now in these overtime rounds, but I don't know that they need to hold on to the extra cash. The swing coming in from the side, their position very much given away, as Bent also pushing through. We stay tied, Yellow Hat 9-9. Another round, another side swap, and it's around 19 now in map 2.
Mindbaker does get the kill on the Hazmat just like that. The reward for picking up some positioning there, as Trev does pick off Mindbaker. Proof getting the trade, and now a 1 versus 2. Ooh, Proof dodging some shots. 25 seconds left. Jesper wall does go up, and
Oh,
right through the wall there as Eclipse pick up their 10th round.
great read from G the Big Mac there. We go again to series point. One attacking win away. Eclipse are right now as round 20 in this series.
At this point, it's like we're going for we're going for double regulation time. Sleet and Mindbaker both picking up kills there. An aggressive play was made over towards mid. Mindbaker does pick off Sleet. No trade to happen there. Molly does go out from Hazmat. A good read from them as they pick off Mindbaker. And now a 3 versus 3. So even trades going the way of both teams. Big Mac picks off Bent. This could be the end unless we decide we want to go to quadruple overtime. But we'll see if that actually happens. All 3 Eclipse players together trying to make something happen here. And we see Proof trying to go in between bits of cover. Proof picks off 1. Hazmat picks off Proof. And now it's Dan on 25 HP and a dream. Dan is slowly making their way over towards the A site, but don't want to count him out now. But Eclipse, this might be the round that finally gives them 5 plane tickets and a well-paid trip to Denver. Dan gets spotted out. Both players going to be falling back. They're going to try to trade each other out.
2 kills here. Man, the heart. I can't imagine it has to be racing right now. The only benefit is if Eternity do lose, they go on to play tomorrow, as they still have another series to compete for a chance. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to move on to play against the winner of Acer versus Rec tomorrow, and Eclipse have qualified in as one of the 2 teams to get a free trip out to Denver, Colorado.
Props to both teams for delivering. I mean, Eternity, even despite being down 6-1 and down a game, they claw their way back all the way and tied up the first time. They even take the lead in some instance, and then Eclipse, they're able to hold on just for that little bit extra, and they take the edge over Eternity and they win it. And again, as you mentioned, they came in strong. They were getting their opening picks really consistently, and they were going uncontested for a lot of those. I mean, we don't have say the stats of the opening fight wins for each team, but even then, I mean, that's the fact that they're able to get these opening picks, go uncontested, that allows them, on their offense to really just swarm a site. And you saw them get aggressive on some instances. And even Eternity, too, really took that advantage. And we saw Eternity even on their defense, they're going for the flanks. They're trying to take that map control away from Eclipse. And on a few rounds, they did a really good job of that. But ultimately, I mean, Eclipse able to take it on. And, it'll be exciting to see them in Denver try to fight for the first place title.
Eventide, congratulations. Happy to have you here for an interview. One of the players on Eclipse, one of 2 teams advancing on to VRML Con. How does it feel coming off of a crazy 20-round map 2?
I'm honestly thrilled, but I can't say I'm all that surprised. I mean, we've had the match history going for us that whole time.
Yep.
Even in scrims, I don't think we've ever lost to Eternity. It was certainly well fought, especially on that second map. I really enjoyed seeing both teams excelling to their respective strengths. I mean, you saw Eclipse with a heavily dominant first side, and then immediately on the when they had to switch the offense, that's when Eternity came back, and it was just really cool to see, even going into such a long drawn out overtime.
Oh man. But I want to get your feelings. How are you feeling now having made it to VRML Con? How does it feel to be playing your finals live on stage July 20th and 21st?
It is a huge relief because there's been a lot of buildup of just anxiety and emotion going into this, and I'm so glad that we're finally here.
Yeah, again, congratulations to you. What's the preparation going to look like? Are you going to take a little bit of a break before you start to get into the practice scrims for the finals?
I don't think there's much need to do that.
All right. I like to hear it. Again, congratulations to you. Any shout-outs to anyone in the community, anything like that, before we let you go?
I'd like to thank Aeronite, captain of Acer, because I don't think our team would be where we are now if it hadn't been for Acer being willing to regularly scrim us. and I think it's actually improved both of our teams quite a bit. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that we see him in finals here.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is that kind of who you're hoping to go up against at VRML Con?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Thanks again, Eventide, for jumping in and taking a quick chat with me.
No problem.
Congratulations again, one of our champions. It is a crazy pool for who is going to be that second team, but congratulations to Eclipse. That's going to be it for us here. That is it for me. Stay classy.